Like, all right now.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
I'm fucking with people's shit. I don't know which one I'm on.
Yeah, I thought you was going to play the damn song.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to make it. Chill.
Yes, but I don't hear me.
What up, DMV?
Like a Tribe Called Quest.
Like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
I can't. There we go. I don't know what was going on, but I couldn't hear it. My mic.
1 2 1 2.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't hear the mic still when I want to.
That's not good, please.
Wait. What the fuck? Hello?
What you saying?
I hear you.
I don't hear me.
You know, bitch gotta stay lit.
I don't hear anybody's mic.
I don't either.
I hear you.
Hey,
There you go.
Yeah, I hear you now.
okay.
I don't hear nothing.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you now.
And now I hear everything.
Yeah, out loud too.
I don't hear. It's something. There's a short in like all my chords. There we. Hello. Okay, it's gonna have to just be what it is.
All right, y'all. So, technical difficulties today.
All right.
All right, so let me see. Actually,
The first Monday in September.
Do you remember?
Let me see. I won't play another song. My energy's down. I don't know why my energy is down.
Because these are people before the show. I know that's why my energy.
Let's go ahead and spit, man.
Queen.
I don't need no music.
Man.
Go off the top.
No, get me
Bro,
Please don't. You know, he's no logic or anything.
What he gonna do? What he gonna
Let's
do?
not do that either.
Dragon again.
Say, well, you know, I'm just learning from you. The king of dragon.
Ciao.
The king of dragon.
What are you
You
doing?
the House of Dragons.
Oh my god.
He wants me to stop the shit out of
Did
you.
you share the show?
No, I can't hear a fucking thing.
That's crazy.
I can hear all of y'all.
I can hear everything now.
Me too.
Something's wrong with Mel.
Okay, I can. If I hold it like this, I can hear.
Then guess what you gotta do? Hold it like that.
I'm not a fake person.
Whatever,
Rest in peace,
nigga.
DMX. Welcome to a party.
Apparently, Stacey Dash just found out that he died.
Everybody didn't know.
Listen, that should have been a topic too.
That really should have been a topic. Her dumb ass.
I can't with her.
I don't like talking about people I don't like. I don't like her neither. She on that list. Her logic.
She on that list, definitely. I guess that's the first thing we could agree on for once.
She's the fucking worst.
And the fact that she's not
Right.
even black no more.
She's
Like, have y'all seen her?
She's whack. She's whack.
She got
Nah, have y'all seen her?
she got the
That
Sammy
ass, like,
Sosa jump.
Mm-hmm.
She got that injection or whatever because she's like,
She went Sammy Sosa with it.
yeah.
Bring Roadblock over here.
Lord.
Vibes.
And that's not even his name. I forget what his name is. We've been calling nigga Roadblock for a long time.
So you the one who called him that? I don't know who he is.
Grown ass man plays with his fucking G.I. Joe stuff.
I told you this podcast would be about me, my opinions, and people's opinions on my opinions. But welcome to a part named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest.
You say the whole thing. Also known as the Black CNN and the Revolution
Will be televised. I'm no breaks, no the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I'll catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. every Monday.
Monday.
We right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people.
What up, y'all? It's your girl, Melanie Dion, also known as I Am So Mellow, the Queen of Creeps, the Break of Men, also known as the Conscious Creep, here for another week.
Straight to the point, J Lew. Another week. Let's get it.
J Lew, what it do?
Let's see. We'll see.
We have a familiar face. We're joined by a familiar face. Last week, you guys saw her. We did an Instagram live. A lot of you guys tuned in, and I got to go back and forth with us and discuss all of these, interesting topics. But also, if you're watching on YouTube, you saw her last week. If you're watching on Facebook, you saw her last week. If you download on Spotify or Apple, you heard her last week. Once again, Nylin.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Nah from NY. I don't have all of those little catchy phrases that they got going on or whatever. So me and J Lew's on the same page. Straight to the point. Nice and simple. Nylin, your girl, Nah from NY. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, it is. Shout out our sponsors, Mo's Marvelous Cleaning, who came in and did a wonderful job this week. The house was falling apart, man. Just our schedule was in line, and it just wasn't working, and it was just I was embarrassed. So I can't invite Shanti over here, man. And then Mo came through, cleaned up everything. Like I said, she alphabetized all of the sex toys. She just does a great job. She's just amazing.
Melanie's face, like
she will alphabetize your sex toys, and she will also give you a 10% discount if you use code Kickbackers.
Yo, she gonna have some people reach out to her. I did need somebody to clean my room back here.
If you
said she would.
spicy.
Shout out to mysexroom.net. You can get all of your Bible stories, Bible verses, and halos at mysexroom.net. Or if you click on that link, you could also wind up in the sex store. It has toys and lingerie and the new rose.
You know there's a show on Netflix called How to Build a Sex Room?
Yes, I executive produced it.
And it is great.
I actually haven't
It's so
watched
good.
it.
God damn it.
It's on my list and shit. But I got to limit my sex intake every week. Because between the podcast, all the other shows on Netflix, I ain't even put, what's the name in there yet? I'm going to watch How to Build a Sex Room.
You know, the host of it is called, her name is Melanie Rose.
Really?
That's appropriate.
I mean, I am asking. Anyway, so if you use code Kickbackers, you get 10% off on mysexroom.net. All right, hello of the week. What's up, Facebook? I know we haven't been here in a while. We just started coming back. But we're gonna have some content for you on here. But you can always follow our live stream on YouTube. So if Facebook starts tripping and throwing us in jail and all that other bad shit, go ahead and follow us on youtube.com/apartment kickback.
You said that real Baltimore like.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'm talking to your girl.
Oh.
That's probably what
It rubs off on you.
But you know what's funny? I didn't deal like this on purpose, but I got an old song. I said, before YouTube, I was getting huge views. You were mixed up squid, call them Rubik's Cube. That's a highline, right? You were mixed up squid. Let's call them Rubik's Cube. I was like the best ever did. Anyway, hello of the week, y'all. Hello of the week. Who want to go? Not from NY. You want to go first?
No, I gotta go first.
All right.
Let's start this way.
Come on down. All right.
Real quick, what how this week is getting a lot of new beginnings kind of going on this week. So I started a couple of so a couple of the new positions started this week. Got some stuff going on around the house, switching up some stuff. Kind of, so
You building a sex room?
Nah, I ain't gonna do that yet. But now you know how sometimes you just want to change around how shit look in your crib.
Mm-hmm.
I changed the living room, dining room.
Okay.
New furniture coming in Thursday.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, you know what? You gotta get out with the old and with the new.
I tell them all the time, out with the old and with the new. You know what I'm saying? And with
Don't
the
give
new.
him no ammo.
Right.
Low, just a whole bunch of unexpected stuff come up. You know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of unexpected bills come up, hit you. But you know, it is what it is. It's like
You like
exactly.
Hold on. I still can't make my announcement. That's the high and the low. So
damn.
that takes all.
You
It
know
covers
what?
both.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Well, let me see. My high of the week. Yesterday, the fellas got together. My man Samson is renewing his vows with his wife in Jamaica, and so her bridal shower was yesterday. So we had a fellas day. We grilled, barbecued, drank, smoked, played spades, watched some college football. Georgia beat the shit out of Oregon. It was 49-3.
That was
Damn.
ridiculous. They beat the
I was
dog
like,
shit out of them.
yeah.
I'm like, so y'all came all the way over here for that.
Right.
Stay y'all ass on the West Coast.
Howard
We'll
played
see
Hampton
that.
this weekend. I don't know who won now.
Probably Howard. HU?
You know.
I think Hampton.
You would.
Nah, I think they did. That's all.
Okay.
We play y'all next week
Yeah, the house here.
in New Jersey, which is
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
as shit.
We definitely gonna take it to the house. Take it to the house.
Shit. Hey, man. You know, we winning everything else. So we winning.
Yeah, Hampton won 28-31. It was a good game though.
Yeah, I know. My low of the week was I'll just say legal fees. It was a lot of people who had their hands out this week.
Yeah, we
Right,
don't you hate that? Like,
Yeah, I gave you 5.
like
But they started having this. Well, I tell you what. Can you do this or can you come to court? Like, whoa.
how much?
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I may or may not have skipped my court date. I'm telling you like this. I know if your probation officer call you for a random visit, that means you're going to jail. I'm not going.
You
You gonna earn this. You gonna earn this time. I'm not. Fuck you. I ain't coming. And that's just if you get the call from your PO, I wouldn't go. That's just my advice to you guys. But you know, whatever. That was my low. But I'm still here. We doing an episode this week, so
Still here.
Nothing more.
Okay. My high for the week, which was pretty dope. You guys tapped in last week. We were discussing like the different reality shows and shit that I'm on. So one of them, Making It Big in Atlanta, which my castmates, everybody's kind of like blowing up. They definitely making it big. There's a lot of performers in the cast, rappers, singers, things of that nature. So it was a couple of my castmates that had performances this past week. One was last night, so it was pretty dope. I would say that was the high of the week because we kind of all went up on stage to support the whole group and everything. And my history is I used to still work in the entertainment industry, but more so the back end of things, like behind the scenes. So I'm just now starting to get used to like being in front of the camera. Like a lot of people are surprised when I say this, but I'm actually like really shy. So that was the first. Well, that was the second time with being with them. That was the second time actually like being on stage and like, yeah. So it was pretty dope. That was the high of the week. I was getting used to it, I guess.
okay.
The low, I don't know. I guess pretty much like the same or similar things that y'all mentioned. It was the first of the month just the other day. So I mean, like paying bills, that's always the low.
You know what's crazy? Because I tried to calculate this, but like, no lie. Every month, they want you to pay them again. That's some wild shit.
At the beginning of the month, like it was the first of the month, and like I don't even know how I even got caught up into this, but like my rent and my car note is due on the first.
Oh,
Like
man.
how the fuck that? Yeah, so my bank account be smacked on the first of every month.
Mine is rent and insurance.
You can call the car people and tell them you want to switch to another date.
I tried to, but with the whole COVID shit and it just they said no, I couldn't do it. COVID fucked up a lot of things.
You can only, I know they asked me one time if I wanted to do it. And it was like, if you do this, you can't change it again for a year. I was like, I don't want to block. You know what? Let me think about it.
Yeah.
Why you got this rule? Why is this the rule?
They
If I
won't
do
let
it
me
now,
change it.
I'm stuck there.
They won't let me change it. Either way, like I guess it don't matter. I still gotta pay it. I don't really want to. I'm gonna be mad anyway. Like, whether it's on the 1st or the 15th, it's still gonna be upsetting. But that's my law. I had to pay mad bills.
Mad bills, son. Mad bills.
Here he go with his bullshit.
It's not like mad bills rhyme like mad skills. You familiar with mad skills? I mean, I don't have any last name. You know what? I'm not from your area, all right?
Thank God for that. We definitely don't need you in our area.
Shit, I got a lot of love in New York.
I can only imagine how much worse you would be if you were from New York.
What's that supposed to mean, Mel?
Because like, no, New Yorkers, y'all have like a different, y'all are very, I don't want to say,
brash, abrasive.
y'all have big personalities.
But you know what? You know what? I figured
and
out.
he has a big personality as it is.
You know what
and it would be on like 1,000 if he was from New York.
About New York, when you go there, they have the biggest buildings you'll see. The big, like, we don't really do billboards like that. Yeah. They'll have billboards and skyscrapers, and it's all colorful. I used to wonder why New York people talk the way they did and why they're so animated and just so.
So you think it's because of the billboards?
I think it's because y'all are in a huge world. Your world is not regular. It is not dumbed down. It is not basic. It is colorful. It's beautiful. Definitely. And it's big and it's loud.
The concrete.
How could you live there and be docile?
Right.
You walk outside and there's a big 10-foot colorful billboard about Benetton, colors of Benetton, some shit. And then all the buildings are the size of our monument. Yeah. And it's like, if you in that environment,
definitely built different.
It's the boroughs to me though. Like certain, like
every borough's different.
Yeah, like my closest people in DC, I think we real cool with like Brooklyn people. For some reason, I think they move like how people in the city move.
Except that before too, right?
Yeah, like Brooklyn move how
like Harlem. You relate
to me, I think people. The city
Harlem is different.
Harlem is uptown to me. Harlem is northwest.
Yeah, see, I don't really rock with Harlem too much.
See,
it comes off as arrogant. You know,
but like a lot of uptown niggas are like that's what they say about us. You know what I'm saying? Like with the arrogance.
Remember I told you that? I said Harlem niggas is different. Like they very arrogant.
But that's how the rest of the city see uptown niggas. Like when I'm starting hanging with a bunch of landlord dudes, they're like, yeah, on the uptown shit, you got your little peacoat. They know your uptown niggas is. You know, they look at us like we're the Harlem niggas. Like we're the super flies niggas. Because Southside grimy. Northeast is more like Brooklyn to me because they're like in the middle between Southside. They're like Jay-Z is like a Northeast nigga to me, but like Cam is an uptown nigga to me. You know what I'm saying? Like Dave East, uptown niggas. If you dispel some of the corniness, there's corny niggas everywhere. Yeah. And some of the Dipset stuff be a little corny to me. But they are uptown niggas is the flyest niggas in the city. I think that goes without saying. And that's what makes us like Harlem niggas. Harlem niggas, we did the Air Force Ones. James said when he met Jay-Z had on Air Force One plate. Brooklyn nigga though. You that fly and you a Brooklyn nigga? That was the, like it was like not just in Brooklyn niggas, but that's how he was so shocked. Like this Brooklyn nigga actually could dress.
Brooklyn niggas actually fly as fuck. Like a lot of fashion and everything comes from Brooklyn, straight out of Brooklyn. I mean, Brooklyn is not my borough that I rep, but I gotta be honest, like to keep it funky, like they are the innovators for a lot of shit.
So I have that wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Harlem niggas ain't the fly niggas?
I'm not gonna say that they not fly, but I'm just saying
they're like the flyest.
Yeah, like honestly, from what I see, witness myself, and people that I know myself, like they're the innovators of like everything, fashion, whatever the case may be. Like a lot of people like to mimic Brooklyn.
Yeah, Russ said Manhattan keeps on making it, Brooklyn keeps on taking it. He said Manhattan make it. That's what Kid Russ said. And Harlem is in Manhattan. You know what used to fuck me up now? My whole life.
You thought Harlem was a borough.
I thought Harlem
I know, a lot of people.
Yes, I did. And a nigga told me like 2 years ago, a nigga told me, that's a neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think that.
That's swag, dog.
Yeah.
Your neighborhood, people think is
that's they put it out there.
So
yeah, that's right. When you put it out there that much.
That's energy. That's energy right there. Shout out to everybody in Brooklyn and Harlem and Queens.
Yeah,
and the Bronx is the birthplace of hip hop.
And Staten
nobody,
Island.
I was about to say, nobody respects Staten Island.
Yeah,
Shout to my Staten Island peoples. Y'all matter.
Shout out Shaolin.
Y'all do.
Yep.
My last stroke just went viral. And let's shift the mood a little bit because this isn't. I don't want to make this a joke. I want to be very serious. I want to be very deliberate. And just have a real conversation because I don't understand why this happened. I think sometimes people think they can make anything a joke, and I think I'm a proponent of like I laugh at a lot of shit, and sometimes I laugh at shit that makes me uncomfortable. But I know when certain shit is not funny, and I will put on the serious person. I'm not laughing at that. Niggas did free R. Kelly and all that shit. R. Kelly beat anybody in the verses. I don't want to even have that discussion, my nigga. I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with that. Like, nah. And this skit is one of the things I just don't find funny. I don't have an issue prior to this with Tiffany Haddish or with Aries Spears. I think they're both pretty funny, which is why I was so shocked to see this bullshit. It is a skit that they worked on. I don't know how many years ago.
It's from 2018.
2018, thank you.
Very distinct.
Where they were, I guess they were playing off of an R. Kelly theme of not being able to control yourself around young people. But in the skit, they had Aries around a young boy that, and as far as I know, like, he was about 6 or 7. I think he was a young boy.
And then his uncle.
He was supposed to be the uncle. And Tiffany Haddish, there's supposed to be a scene where I think she's with the young girl, but I think that hasn't surfaced because I think this is part of the Aries Spears smear campaign because of what he said about Lizzo, which was stupid and disrespectful. Now I didn't like that either, Aries. But the skit is just disturbing, man. None of us finished it. We all checked out about the same time, and he's watching the kid and allegedly trying not to do anything. He's like reading through a newspaper, peeking through side. He cut a hole in the newspaper so he could look at the kid, but he's on the ground playing with his toys and his underwear. No shirt, just underwear, no pants.
It's so disgusting.
And then they do, I guess, beauty shots of the kid. Where they're like, he's in his underwear and he's laying this way or laying that way. At one point, he has his legs open. And that's when I stopped, like, all right, I'm out.
I didn't even see all that. Like,
they zoomed in
I can't even imagine being the cameraman for that shit. Like, can you imagine having to be the one that they paid to record that? Like, I'd have been so fucking disturbed. I would have been like, I can't do this.
I wouldn't have done it.
I got a spot, like, was it this in the beginning part of it where he was playing with the toy? It was like a train or whatever, and they was making it seem like this.
I didn't repeat that.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was disgusting. I'm like, that is very inappropriate. I'm like, first of all, y'all having the kid play with the toy. Like, who fucking plays with a train like this?
Who thought this was appropriate? Who greenlit this? Like, this wasn't a good idea.
Who thought it was funny?
And the thing is, when this came out, Tiffany was like really doing a lot of things. So I don't understand, huh?
Yeah, 18, she was hot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to figure. Like,
because I saw her in Aruba, like in 2017, 2018. Girls Trip came out in 2017 or 2018.
Yeah.
Like you were making moves. This was not a good move. Nothing about this is funny
at all. What made it surface now, though?
Aries Spears.
Because his smear campaign against Lizzo. Well, not smear campaign. Him talking shit about Lizzo judging her looks.
What exactly?
He said that he can't listen to Lizzo music
because she looks like the shit emoji.
Yeah,
so that was his
what?
Okay, yeah, he can't listen to the music because she looks like the shit emoji on the iPhone.
Because I thought he had just made something up about her. He had said something about her weight, and I thought that was the thing. So I didn't know he went that deep into it.
He went that deep, and then he doubled down and was like, "I'm a comedian. I say that I don't like the way she look. Y'all, everybody get mad at me and talk about how I look, but I'm basically I get bitches. So like,
Aries looks terrible. He looks unhealthy.
That was the whole thing. Like I thought his whole thing was like, "Hey, she big, y'all needed." I'm like, I can understand if that's your perspective. I can understand it.
Right,
but you can't look like you about to go.
Yeah, because he's really throwing stones, and he's living in a glass house.
He was breathing real hard. Like he just looked unhealthy. Like Lizzo is overweight per the BMI standpoint. She don't look like
she could.
Like she about to go.
She
like
he performing and shit.
Right, like she may not be physically.
I guarantee she's in better shape than he is.
He was breathing hard. Like I'm like, so
you about to have a stroke. You see the dark circles under his eyes. Like he looks really bad.
And that was my whole perspective. If your whole shtick is healthy, and that's why you believe it, I'm okay with you having that opinion. But god damn it, be healthy.
Right.
And the thing is,
That's my whole thing. I don't, if that's what your position
he
is.
like-
Listen, well, she don't look good. She fat and ugly. That's his.
well, he can be like,
that's how negative he was.
but he's like, I get bitches. Well, she's like engaged, so
Nigga, you get bitches because you got a little bit of bread. You get the bitches that you pay
right.
to
Because
get.
if you didn't have bread,
Right,
nobody
they
would be fucking
not
with you,
gonna be fucking with you at all. You pay for bitches
basically.
because if he
This
married,
is just.
I mean, even still, like, man, the way you bride.
It's just a bad look. I don't like when men do that. I don't want to go into too much detail. Just a quick aside. I was in a barbershop and I was asking everybody, was Serena the GOAT, like the GOAT athlete of all time? Everybody had their opinions on whether or not she was, and that's cool. That's whatever. But then some guys started making comments about how she looks, which I will not repeat. And I found myself in there like, that's how we going? I'm talking about athletics and skill and talent, and y'all want to talk about her.
And I'm sure they're fellow black men at that.
Absolutely.
It's
and I always,
terrible.
what I started saying to myself now, this is why the sisters don't like us. Because for a minute, I watched, my stance is the men always dogging the women, the women always dogging the men. And they find anything to dog each other.
Right.
If anything that happens in the world, they're gonna say that fucking black man, fucking black women. And I hate that shit. But when I see shit like that, I was interacting with the dudes that's on male timeline. Because Mel always say his dudes like that, and I'm always like, "Where are they, man?"
And then he comes over to my page. He's like,
"Okay,
oh.
here they are." Like Mel block these niggas.
right.
we need to know that they exist.
Yeah, I just want to talk. We're gonna get some of her flowers later, but we got to stop thinking it's okay to just bash our sisters. And I know sisters do it to the men too, fellas. So I'm not being like. I'm not acting like I'm not blind to that. So I will say we all got to stop doing it because I don't even know if we're talking about. If you ask me if I listen to Lizzo's music, I won't say no, and then you ask me why. I'm not interested. It ain't got nothing to do with how she look.
Right.
Not at all.
Like I do have an issue with how she dressing class, but that's another thing for another day. But man, that queen, I hate cleaning, man. What's up? Especially when you got shit like this. And I don't want to lose track of this. I don't know what to do. I'm not into canceling people. But that shit with Tiffany, Haddish, and Aries Spears, that video, if I cancel people,
it would be over.
They would be they be on that list. That shit was bad, dog. If you haven't seen it, I'm not sharing it all over the world because I don't share
it should not
fucking
be shared.
child pornography.
Right.
But
it was
dog,
it was low key child
you
pornography.
gotta have people. You gotta have people on your team that can check you and say, "Hey, this is wrong." You know what I'm saying? Like this, like I don't see how you compartmentalize it. That's okay, but at the very least, out of two people and y'all stature doing a certain skit, I don't see how nobody around y'all like, "Hey, I probably wouldn't do this."
This is not a good idea, guys.
I probably wouldn't do this.
Like,
I probably wouldn't say this. Like it ain't even like it could be just like a fucking parent or a friend or a brother. So like you gotta have somebody
in your circle should have said something.
It ain't come out. Yeah, so somebody did. Okay.
I'm gonna say Kevin Hart said. I mean, I'm making shit up.
Yeah,
I'm Kevin Hart like
hey,
no.
You would not. You would.
Because that shit will end your career, which is exactly what it looks like it could.
Yeah, and I don't like and obviously I don't like that they bringing it up because he had an issue with Lizzo. I don't believe in it. Like, okay, let's find something. Let's go find something bad. With every they always go find something negative and bring that to the light. But you do shit like this, I mean, it's repercussions for that shit.
That should have never been recorded.
Exactly.
Like that should have never. The idea never should have existed in the first place.
And you know what I will say, and my last point on it is, because one of my favorite comedian is Bernie Mac, and I remember seeing,
oh yeah, I miss Bernie.
When he was doing the Bernie Mac show, and they was doing a filming for it. They were doing pictures. Do press and do pictures, and the white lady asked me, "Hey, put him on the boy on your lap." He's like, "No, we're not gonna do that." Like when you see the video, you see it and act like, "No, he's not doing that. He's gonna stand right here." Like it was no, "Nah, I'm not gonna do it" with a whole bunch of reason. You know what I'm saying? It was like a man would do it. Like, "Nah, no, it's not happening." Period. We not having. It's not no conversation.
It's not a conversation.
I'm a man. I know what's right. I know this don't look good.
And this is what it is.
This young man gonna stand up right here. Period. Like, what I'm saying? I'd rather give him flowers versus, what I'm saying, obviously dumb motherfuckers.
Definitely agree with that.
We'll see how this lawsuit plays out, but none of us were happy with this shit
at all.
Very distasteful.
Yeah.
Now, one day we're gonna do an episode where we're gonna talk about the thing that they could cancel us for from our past. So we're gonna think about our old tweets or our old something we did. I'm pretty sure everybody up here has done something where you're like, man, this shit I think they're never gonna cancel me. We're just gonna put it out there early. So they put it out there early.
Right before we break, like, hey, just let this shit out here before
Part of the reason why I deleted my Facebook. Yeah. That shit was old. Disable that shit.
all this shit.
I do want to go back at some point and get my old tweets.
No, you don't.
But I mean, get rid of them. I mean, get rid of them.
Oh, okay.
Because there was a moment in time where being homophobic and crass about it was almost in style. Like it was anything we didn't like, we called it
Don't say it.
you know, the Kendrick song.
Yeah.
So we would call it that.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that shit, man? That's blue. You like that something, man? That's blue. But yeah, until we all get canceled. We can't. What my boy said? You can't cancel me because I ain't got nothing. See, what the fuck story we moving right along? An Australian woman who an Australian trans woman is suing her psychiatrist or whatever the psychologist maybe is the better term, who guided her through the process of making the decision or coming to the conclusion that she wanted the gender reassignment surgery. So after her gender reassignment, she had regrets. She didn't feel confident in that decision, and now she is not suing the surgeon, but suing the psychologist who, guided her through that decision because she regrets it. And I think, in the words of Skit Bayless, this is as a 9, as a 10, as a 11, as a 12. This is the dumbest shit. And this is why I think you have to take time. I think the children shouldn't be able to make these types of decisions.
Absolutely.
And I think that, and apparently she went through the process.
Yeah, I was saying there's definitely a process you have to go through before you actually can get the surgery. They won't give it. You can't just be like, I want to be a man. Like for me, I can't be like, I want to be a man. I'm going to go get surgery. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
There's like a long process you have to go through.
And even going through that process doesn't guarantee you'll be happy with the results.
Right.
Which, I mean, I have made many decisions that I thought was for the best and didn't work out the way I wanted. So I can't talk shit about that. That happens. But I think then going and suing a psychologist behind it, I think it just, there's a level of delicacy that needs to be, this needs to be dealt with certain gloves. And when I said that before, when, Me Too and the trans rights activists were like at their peak prior to the pandemic, it was like, man, I want to do it today. I could just be able to do it. You don't get to tell me, and I have to go to therapy. And I was like, whoa. And the kids could do it. You knew what you like when you were 10, right? So they know what they like too. I'm like, I don't think you can make those kinds of lifelong decisions at those particular ages or within a period. I always have a quick aside. This is really going to be quick though.
Sure. Right.
I want a tattoo. And I let my
it is that one, huh?
Yeah. So I let my brother do it. And,
I'm sorry.
Let me frame this correctly. So I always wanted a tattoo, but I never got one because I didn't want anything on my body permanently that I wouldn't want later. So I had to think of what would I want at 80. And I couldn't think of shit. So I got my name in Aramaic on one arm. That's my name. And it's in the original language the Bible was written in. That's like the oldest script ever. Can I regret that? I don't think so. I don't think I'll ever regret that. So I was a rapper, as you all know, and I wanted to get a microphone with a gun handle, shooting a bullet, and the gun smoke spilled on my catchphrase, "It's the mayor." That is a very challenging tattoo to ask your brother to do when it's his third tattoo he's ever done in his life.
He's not a tattooer.
And I did it.
He's not even an apprentice at that point.
Yeah, I did it, and it's on me. and it's gonna be there till I cover it up.
It's the worst tattoo ever.
I was about to say I've never seen it.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, you gotta show me at the
It's really fucking
I
bad.
think you should show the viewers.
In defense of this, about a quarter of the way through, I looked and was like, "Hell no, we stopping right now. Do not finish. Do not
go.
Did he freehand it?
At one point, he did. Now I didn't know. Everybody in the house knew because you do the outline and then you follow it. And somebody in the house was like, "He freehanded." He's excuse me.
Wait, you talked about it. We gotta see it now.
You can only see this tattoo if you're at the pool with me or in my bed. It's only two ways to see it. And Mel folks is gonna help me fix it. I don't know what I'm gonna turn it into.
Because I think he's taking cover-ups again. Because I
is.
saw him do a cover-up.
Because he referred me to somebody.
Yeah.
Boom.
But I saw just recently he posted a picture of doing a cover-up. So I was like, oh, he must be doing cover-ups
I'm
again.
gonna have him put a Shanti, butt naked Shanti.
Or maybe you can actually get the tattoo you want. I don't know what you can do with that. You're going to get something big. You're going to be like a sleeve. Yeah. Whatever you get is going to have to be big.
Yeah.
It's fast.
I'm like,
it's real bad.
How did I not ever see that though?
Real bad.
Oh, it was that barbecue that we was at. It wasn't. Nobody got in the water.
No, nobody. It was just me and you there.
Stop it! It was 4 of us.
Yeah, that's really a barbecue birthday party.
Real bad.
See, there's 4 of us on the sofa now. Dude, this is the same size as somebody's birthday.
This is the pool party.
Stop it!
Who was that?
Stop it! No, we're not gonna discuss it. We damn sure not gonna discuss it on air. Stop being petty.
Real bad.
But
cancel the whole body.
Yeah. And that's what this woman in Australia is saying, cancel the whole surgery. But like, yeah.
Oh, I meant to ask. So, like, did they say how old she is?
I'm not sure.
No,
I'm not sure. I would venture to say that she was pretty young. I don't think he did that surgery at a
she was pretty young. Okay, because I'm like, I mean, what happened?
No, you're good.
His studies show like the human brain is not even fully developed to the age of 25. So basically, any decisions we make prior to the age of 25 is young and dumb shit. So I feel like, yes, people should be held accountable for the decisions they made before 25, but at the same time, it should be taken into consideration that our brains is not even fully developed. So we're gonna do dumb shit. Yeah. We're gonna do and say dumb shit. Hence why I feel like gender reassignment surgery should not be done on anyone that's younger than 25.
I would agree. I might be one, like, not that I'm the authority, please don't take my comments that way, but I might be willing to say 21, but I really think it should be 25.
25.
If you can't vote, you can't have a drink, you definitely don't need to be deciding whether you cut your dick off. Yeah. I'm just saying.
And also, like, I don't know if it's changed, but I know back in the day, because I used to always like want to rent cars or whatever before, like I had my
No.
I'm talking about. Like, I remember when I was younger, like you couldn't even rent a car unless you was 25.
Yeah.
Has it changed? So I'm saying, like, so how can they? You can't rent a car if you not even 25 or older, but you can have a sex change.
Oh, so she was over 25. So she was So at 19, she started meeting with her doctor. And actually, so she was born a woman and transitioned to be a man.
So she was trans man.
So she's trying to include into a penis.
So yeah. So it looks like she was about 30 when this surgery happened in the first place. So yeah, old enough to know better. But I mean, you had 11 years to make up your mind. This is not your doctor's fault.
I don't blame the doctor or the psychologist, because the psychologist can only go off of but so much that you tell them.
Yes, they're basically
they're going to coax you
into
anything. You don't go into a psychologist's office and say, "Hey, tell me about my life."
Yeah,
you got to tell them pretty much, and you got to tell them what your issues are. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you discuss certain things with your psychologist that you confide in, and they pretty much they don't tell you what to do. They give you different avenues based on what you share with them. Right. They give you different avenues on how you can move forward. Yeah, that's the whole.
If you want, okay.
Right.
And a lot of times they'll ask you a question that puts the thought in your mind. Well, do you think you should say "shut up, bitch," or do you think you should say, "Wow, that was offensive. I would like to continue this conversation. I'm in a better headspace." Which one do you think is appropriate?
Exactly.
You're like, Shut up, bitch.
I said what I said.
I said what I
I
said.
said what the fuck
and
I
I
said.
meant
on it.
Period.
Period.
Right. But that's scary though. And I'll be sensitive just for a second.
Sorry.
What you call this shit? My therapist always tells me, my mantra is I did the best I could.
What the fuck?
Information.
Was that me? How? Like that video doesn't even... Okay, go ahead.
Like I did the best I could with the information that I had at the moment.
Yeah, so I like what like that we put up.
And I think that's same thing with Shorty. She did the best she could with the information she had at the moment. And unfortunately, sometimes you gotta live with that mistake.
Yeah, you gotta live.
I don't know if
live
you can
with
sue your therapist about
And that's
it.
what I think.
I don't think you should.
That's my whole. Man, we live in a world where people like you try to scapegoat when you make mistakes.
Right.
Like, you
Instead of
gotta
taking accountability.
You gotta stand on it. That's what you like. I honestly think you can make that
decision.
decision at 18. I understand y'all perspective on this. Like, I feel like if you can go fight for the country and die, which is at 18, you should be able to make whatever decisions you want in your life, period. Because if they can make you go do that, then you can do it. So I'll concede to a younger age, but I also concede that whatever decision you make, you gotta live on. You gotta live with it.
That's your decision.
Period.
Nobody else made that decision for
I'll
you.
give you a younger age because we can put you. You know what I'm saying? We can put you. We can send you to war or draft you or something like
I
that.
would say like give us a younger age that don't
Comment.
allow people to go to the military at the age of 18 because again for that same reason that you make decisions because your brain is not even fully developed, so you're gonna go off of whatever the fuck they tell you to do. They purposely go into high school still 11, like they junior and senior year to recruit. Why? Because they're young and impressionable.
No, I agree. Like, look, if your argument was that,
What the fuck? Stop.
if your argument
Sorry.
was, hey, I think that age should be higher, I would agree with you completely. I'm just telling you
Absolutely.
from the world,
I get
from the
you.
world view. Like, look, if y'all saying that y'all can do that at this age, then y'all gotta be able to
Right.
let us do whatever decision we want.
But I
And you
just-
should be able to drink, smoke, whatever age you can draft me and send me to war.
Yeah, I should
to
be
fight for
I-
the country. I should be able to do every fucking thing that this country has to provide.
Yeah,
Right.
I should be able to rent a car, smoke, buy cigarettes, and
All
buy
of that.
liquor.
But it's so funny
Exactly.
that
And
you
we-
cannot rent a car until the age of 25. So why not make that the guideline?
Versus a prostitute. I think that should be in there too. Burger say what up to his favorite pod. We appreciate being your favorite pod, bro. Jay on here saying yeah, they committed career suicide. In the age of 25, for male and female. And Jay said she literally dropped the ball.
What happened?
She literally dropped the ball, like
Uh-uh.
the ball sack.
Nah, but it's
Y'all
reverse. It's reverse, right? It's a trans male, but from a female to being a male.
Yep.
I can't understand. Like,
Picked
should
up
that,
the ball.
I mean, I could be. I mean, I am ignorant to this or whatever. But shouldn't that be something easy to reverse? 'Cause
Yes.
you added.
But they removed her uterus, so I guess she's upset about that. But like again, something you should have taken into consideration.
yeah,
prior to
making
having
that
the surgery.
decision. Those are the
I like when
consequences.
y'all be in harmony and shit. Y'all be saying the exact same thing at the exact same time. And you sound like a goddamn Kelly and Beyonce. You know what? Harmony, boy. I'm gonna do the bass next time. Next thing y'all, I'm like,
Oh my god.
I miss having two ladies on the pod because you get
Balance.
balanced. I'm always afraid that it's too much of the male perspective because I think I've learned so much from doing this pod with male and other women we've had, and I'm always afraid that I'll lose that perspective. Because when I talk to niggas and they say some for lack of a better term, some Neanderthal type shit, I'll be like, you ain't got no women in your life you listen to, huh? You don't want none of them. You don't want nobody, huh? You don't want none of them. That's nothing. So talk
But
about
niggas
some
who talk like that, they don't get women though. And when you really look at it, like they don't. They pretty lonely in that department.
Yeah, they sound like the niggas who have podcasts.
Some of
You say
them
what?
do.
So they sound like the niggas who have podcasts.
They go up with assumptions, shit that they hear because they don't have a woman of their own.
Yeah, I'm like, so it's no way that works.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like, my
got a
nigga, there's no
handful
way
of
that works.
women in your life that you bouncing ideas off. I mean, God bless you.
That you respect enough to like, hey, they can tell you to shut the fuck up and like, this wrong, and you shut up and listen. Like sometimes you need people from the opposite sex that you respect enough when they tell you to hey, shut up and listen,
Right.
and you literally shut the fuck up and listen. But you gotta have that person on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that from the opposite. You gotta have that person in your life, But it's preferable to have somebody like that from the opposite sex because you will never know.
I got a new one now. I got a couple.
You will never know. But but they, I mean, they getting seized. Man. I mean,
I do want to let's see. Oh, Donovan Lewis. I saw the fucking video. I don't watch the videos when they killing people and shooting people. I don't watch it. When y'all post it, I don't watch it. I saw this one by accident. Damn it.
Oh yeah, I be saying like I can't.
And
it's so quick.
Yo, they go into his bedroom. He's like, sitting in the bed, and they just shoot him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I watched it. Like, was there a gun in his lap? Was it like, why'd you walk into his bedroom and just shoot him?
What was the purpose? Yeah.
He sat up, and they shot him instantly. No, nothing. Like without any rhyme or reason, other than the fact he black.
I feel like we beating a dead horse, but it would be very nice to exist in a world where the police just kill unarmed black men at random,
especially for just
so
existing
nice.
In your own home.
Right.
It would be so nice, and this really hit me because it reminds me of a black woman. It reminds me of
Breonna Taylor. Yep.
It just
or the other dude that they shot that was like sleeping on the couch. And they kicked in the door.
It was in the wrong apartment.
Yeah.
That's both in June, right?
They wrong apartment.
No, Bottom John was he was in his own home. She walked into the wrong apartment. She was off duty. Yeah, I'm talking about another black dude.
Something's up. I think something's wrong.
Listen to what Mel just said.
Yeah, the fact that there is another black dude.
I'm talking about the other black dude. Think about all the murders we named just now about either being in the wrong apartment,
being in your own house and getting shot by the police.
Yeah, there you go.
For doing absolutely nothing.
Sleeping. Sleeping. We're not even allowed to sleep in our own place of comfort anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just
as high as rent is, we should be able to do whatever the fuck we want in our places.
Well, when you get shot in your backyard,
it's so. I think the issue, and we touched on it in our text message earlier. It's like black men are feared so much, and I think under the guise of fear, they get away. You get away with so much shit.
Yeah.
Like I would rather be somebody not respect me than to fear me, because when you fear me, the level of which you'll adapt to, right. like that's how quick that somebody shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how quick, because fear makes you do that. Disrespect makes you say a certain thing, act a certain way. I can work with that. Like I can know not. I can disassociate myself with you. I can be in other aspects. I can know how to move. But when you fear me and I don't fear you. You know what I'm saying? It's that quick. So I think, that's the issue. And we kind of touched on that, we were talking about other stuff. But yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah, that's the issue that I think with black men. We walk out and every black man is feared for no fucking reason.
Right.
You could be soft. You could be a school kid. It don't matter what it is.
Doesn't matter the age.
Yeah. As a black man,
12 years old playing at the playground.
Don't be a confident black man.
Exactly. 12 years old with a BB gun.
Mm-hmm. You could be walking through the Walmart with the toy gun, get shot.
When I was in junior high school, of course I was a rapper. And all my buddies used to rap with me, even if they didn't choose to be rappers. But Shmi wrote a rap, and I'm gonna tell you the first line of it because it speaks to this shit. And this is like from a 14-year-old boy. Fear is spelled F-E-A-R, not B-L-A-C-K. I face the situation almost each and every day. And that whole song was when people be scared of us because we black. That story of somebody clutching their purse.
First of all, that's a bar.
Right.
Right. Bar.
Clutching their pearls. Clutching their pearls. Or being watched.
Let me tell you, when I get on the elevator, I'm by myself and then two white men get on, I am scared.
Right.
You
scared?
Yeah.
Like it should really, that's the real order of how that fear should be.
It should be.
We should be the ones scared of y'all, not the reverse.
Exactly. But now, if I'm if I get on there, a white woman, she jumping off. Even a black dude, and I think sometimes we get in a relationship talk, so we like, you want black women. Like I don't think any demographic has a favorable view of black men, not even black men. And that's why when we talk about what we want to talk about later on, that's my issue with it. It's like no demographic, including black men, have a favorable view of black men. Like I walk in, you see a brother, you initially go to a physical standpoint, like, hey man, if something happened, what I'm gonna do? And it's wrong. And I think that's what we got to start to dispel.
And you know, it always make me feel like $1,000,000, man. Like whenever I'm wherever I'm at, it's all like, hey, what's up, brother? Something. Or like somebody go out their way to hold the door for me.
Yeah.
Or I go on my way to hold the door for them. Or you good? You need to, oh, thank you, brother. I'm always like, that's what I'm talking about.
I do that joint a lot too. And you know, every time I say that, and that's how, and you know why I know it is a good feeling and is not many people doing it. When like, hey man, when you say what's up, brother, like I don't care who it could be, a hard nigga, so whoever it is, they always give you a great embrace. Right. Yeah, oh man, my brother, I appreciate that. Like it's you're not used to it. So you're like, oh man, brother, you know what I'm saying? It's different. Even when they see me with my daughter, like it's like brothers, like you know, hey man, you know, they come over and they make sure, you know what I'm saying, and they acknowledge you. It's like it should be the norm, though.
Right, it should be the norm. It's sad that it's not.
Exactly.
It's the same with Black women as well. I don't know, like if you've experienced that a lot out here. Now, not, whether out here or not, you know, I don't have no issue with seeing a confident Black woman, a beautiful Black woman, whatever the case may be, and complimenting.
Oh yeah, like, I'm good for giving compliments.
Right, I don't have no issue with giving compliments.
One thing about Mel, she'll give a compliment,
and I'm like that as well too. But it's crazy. It's very sad to me the response that I get usually. They'll be like, oh, well, thank you. Like they're shocked and surprised. Like you complimented me. Like, yeah, bitch, take the shit.
How many times I've had to say that? I've had to say, yeah, bitch, take the shit. Like,
oh my God. Would it be, you know, whatever the case may be, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very much a realist. I'm not gonna front for nothing. I'm not gonna sit there and make shit up either. Like, if you ain't up to par, then
I ain't gonna say that.
You're not gonna make up.
Right.
The compliment I'm giving you is genuine.
I think, you know, whatever most of us was raised on is like, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing. I'll say shit like keep it pushing. But you know, at the same time, like if your hairdo is nice, unique, whatever, your outfit is put together, you just look pretty, you know, whatever the case may be. Like I come be like, yo, that's a dope ass outfit, or like you're so beautiful. So,
I love your shoes,
right? Any little thing, but it's sad. Like we look at each other like,
yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And I will say this, I noticed it because being in this podcast space or being in the entertainment space, you see all different sides of the reactions. And I always get a little chuckle to myself when I see the women are genuine. When I know the women have found out that the person is genuine. And I've seen like a moment or two between y'all two. Right. This is still all very new, but I've seen not saying like, "Oh, I love your hair. It was red there. I love that." And we don't know Mel. I don't even know who she's talking about. And then she, I was like, "My hair, thank you." And she was like, "Hey, you talking about me?" And I was like, "Oh, me?" And I could see her like, "Look like you talking to me?" Like, "Oh shit, thank you." And then I've seen y'all have those little complimentary moments, and I could be making this up, but I think there's a space where you're not sure about the other woman, and then you feel like, oh, this bitch cool. Like, and she's genuine.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
I get it. You know, I mean, I don't know if it's
don't say that word.
Say I got like resting bitch face or whatever, or if they hear me like interacting with people, you know, this whole connotation behind being a New Yorker. Oh, y'all so aggressive. That's just how I talk. Relax. But you know, I'm cool as fuck. I'm a whole vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like you see me, y'all see me out there, you run into me with it and say, "What up, Nye?" I'm gonna what up you back, like what's up? But that's just being a whole. But you know what? What I think personally, they lack confidence. I think if you are confident within yourself, you don't mind complimenting another woman. You're not intimidated by another woman because of their beauty, because of their swag, because of their whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really think it's sad that, you know, that'll go into a whole nother discussion. But a lot of the times that comes within the home, their upbringing, whatever they experience. Like, you know, so a lot of times parents, family members talk down to them, and they grow up with like insecurities. Yeah. So I definitely think it's a confidence type thing. If you're confident within yourself, you're not gonna have no issue.
I be flagging women down sometimes to give them compliments.
It's bad.
I'm bad. I was like, I be like, girl,
if we pack,
I love that, and then be like,
Oh yeah, see, no, do that. I thought you meant like I'm not about to follow you.
No, but I remember one time I was driving and this girl, like I could just tell she had on like a really dope outfit. Like I loved her earrings, the hat. I could see part of the shirt, and so we ended up pulling up to the light at the same time. And I was like, I just want you to know you are just a whole vibe, and she just loved it because I love giving compliments to women. If I see something on you that I really like, I'm gonna definitely give you a compliment.
My daughter has done that before. We was driving and she's like, oh my, look at those two girls. They was walking or whatever, and we put us at the red light. They was at the corner, and she was like, I was like, oh, okay. She rolled them. She was like, you guys look so cute.
I love doing that,
right?
Because you might make somebody's day,
right? Exactly. You never know.
I got
you never know.
That does that. I guess anybody, men, women, but I noticed I got two buddies that they will give men like great compliments. I try to speak highly of men too, but they're just better at it than me. And whenever they do it, I'm just it make me feel good because they'll be like, I don't know, J Lew, man, I love that haircut, man. You looking sharp, bro. I know you doing it. And I'd be like, that was like a cool ass thing to do. And I try to incorporate that. I try to do it more. But I think that like should do that, man. You should give people their flowers, man. Like it's weird not to. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I know that there's this coalition of women that have made their mind up to boost the self-esteem of every woman on Facebook. And sometimes these girls post these busted ass pictures.
See, not everybody.
And y'all be in the comments like, it's giving, it's serving, and go girl. And I'm like, that bitch is like a book of it. And I'm not being Aries Spears right now. I ain't saying nothing specific about anybody. But I be seeing people in the comments, I'm just like, you don't think that, dog.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not about to lie.
What makes it weird to me, I'm like, I know you don't. So why are you saying it? Are you boosting them? Are you dealing with some guilt from your childhood? You trying to make a penance?
Exactly.
Like, why are you on this terrible picture lying? Why do women do that? Why do women do that?
I don't lie.
Because I
don't do that. I don't know.
I really like it.
Y'all have seen it though, right?
I've seen it.
You've seen 100 girls compliment this girl and she looked like fucking shit.
Like the outfit.
I've only seen it.
Like the outfit ain't
But
there.
maybe they really genuinely think that they look good. How you know that? I don't know, but I know I keep it pushing. Scroll.
I just always see it. I be like,
trust and believe. I'm not gonna tell you are.
next time I see a post like that I'm like, really? I'm just gonna shoot it to y'all, and then y'all can say, no, she is really bad. And then I can be like, oh, y'all ain't gonna take
like bad as in bad or bad as in
right. Like,
and she can really be bad.
You might actually see what I don't see. You might just look and say, no, she's attractive, dog. They're not lying to her. And then I'll go, oh, it's me. But I'm gonna find one and I'm gonna send it to you. And I think you can be like, I don't know why they're saying that. Because it'll be like a list of 20 women. It don't be like 2 compliments. It'll be like 20. I'm like,
I do be seeing it though. You're not lying.
Okay, thank you. I didn't.
No, I said that at the beginning. I was like, yeah, no, I agree. I see it all the time. But just we ain't one of them.
I wonder what I look like with a gray beard. Or gray mustache.
You'll find out soon enough.
Right.
Wow.
Can we move on?
Right.
Don't be dumb. Yeah.
All right, so
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
All right, Atlanta, we got 2 things to talk to you, and I don't be dumb. The first thing is monkeypox is in Metro Atlanta, and it is spreading indiscriminately. I know they were making it like it was a gay thing. Almost.
I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense that it's spreading throughout Atlanta. With it affecting the first demographic that it was impacted, because we all know Atlanta has a huge gay population, and then we also have men that mingle between both, and so I'm not surprised. I'm not trying to place blame on them solely, but Atlanta different.
You be open when everybody else closed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like 7-Eleven.
Atlanta's just different, so I'm not surprised that it's spreading through Metro Atlanta. Damn, that just made me be like, damn, maybe I shouldn't go to Trapeze tonight.
Yeah, maybe not. especially the holiday weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna be
You
popping.
Bill gonna have to quarantine next week.
It's definitely gonna be some COVID up in there. COVID and
I'm
monkeypox.
coming in with a mask.
I probably won't even be here next weekend.
What else we got? Ebola. What else is in America now?
They got all kinds of flus and shit.
Man, they tripping. But all I want to say is be careful, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, be careful. We're not out the woods. It's a whole lot of other shit. Don't ruin your life. You ain't got to be like I was and be a hermit. I watched, a video from 2 years ago.
Noob is not leaving the house.
I'm dead. But I had my beard was like this because I wasn't in the haircut, so I just looked like a woolly mammoth.
He talking to niggas through the screen.
Talking to niggas through the screen.
He was one of those.
He was one of those. He really was one of those.
Facts.
Like he was not leaving the house, girl. Like getting him to go to Publix. Oh,
even though not leaving the house and not being around nobody else, it's like breaking down your immune system. But we gonna listen to the government.
That's true too. I'm just listening to my fear.
Can't let fear control you.
See,
Cause then you do dumb shit,
F-E-A-R.
like stay in the fucking house and let your beard grow out. Like when
the beard was it grew up nice and big, but it also had like I don't say that my thigh tickler comes in when I don't
I
shave.
see some grays coming in there. So yeah,
They coming.
he gonna be able to tell soon enough.
Very soon.
I call this one Nylon. I call that one male. That one J Lew. Yeah, there's some gray hairs coming in.
Yeah, J Lew, you too.
Oh, I get up in that. Yeah.
He brings this shit on himself.
Not a gray hair that I
can
have.
guarantee
Lord.
you, whatever stress we cause it, he always start the shit. We just finish it. And he don't like it.
I can agree with that.
And what I can agree with is we should all vote early next month for Warnock and also.
Yep.
Herschel Walker, I'm gonna say he tried to kill his goddamn wife. He be lying about being in the FBI and being in the Feds. He was a below average running back for my Dallas Cowboys. We didn't win shit because of him and his fucking racist views dividing the locker room. And he a Bama.
He is a Bama.
Vote early.
It's pathetic that they put Herschel up there. Like politics, like you don't have to be able to pass a test or nothing. Like I was talking about earlier. I'm like, it should be somebody in there like, hey, he ain't up for it, man. We probably should go ahead and pull him up out of there.
I feel like he is like a prime example of what CTE looks like before they die. Because he definitely has some debilitating disease.
I was thinking maybe it's some CTE because I'm like, some of this shit he's saying, I'm like,
it's
is like cool for Cocoa Puff. Like, I'm like,
but you know
if people really gonna vote for him just because he was a Georgia, that's because he's a UGA running back.
Because he's a Republican.
And he's leading right now.
I call
like 1 point.
The Trump
I was about to say the same as Trump.
It's a Trump
like,
person.
I know that. How many of us did that surprise us? Like I knew I was shocked as fuck. Like Trump is our president.
Yeah.
I saw it happen.
I was fearful that it was going to happen because I was watching, and then when I went to sleep and woke up like 2 a.m, he was president, and I was like,
went back to bed.
I felt like I was in a state of shock. I'm like, I'm really.
I remember watching it.
I went to see him. Soon as he lost one of them states, I went to see him. Like, oh, this. I'm like, this motherfucker about to win.
Oh, as soon as they called Ohio, I was like, and that's the race. Good night.
Black man vodka, we'll let you see it on TV. Black owned, Georgia based.
Yeah, so definitely go, man. Definitely get out there and vote.
Even if you don't like our candidates, vote against Herschel Walker.
Like just vote for intelligence. But vote for somebody you feel is competent. If you vote for somebody who you feel is competent,
right,
you'll definitely vote Warnock.
I'll do one sip
because that's the only person that's competent in that particular race.
Make it make sense.
Did you want to? I know we skipped over to Kanye and Kim for the
kids. Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Charleston White.
we are not talking about that.
There needs to come a time where we go back to our old DC shit and just like some niggas is Bammers. And we don't fuck with them because they Bammers. Charleston White just a Bammer, dog. Whenever you hop on the internet and just celebrate people's death, talk reckless about dead people for shock value, I can't fuck with nothing else you say. Yeah, you just a lame ass nigga. Like it's just weirdo shit. Who the fuck does that? Who waits till somebody dies and they get on the internet and talk about that's why you dead, you dumb bitch, and you fucking faggot and
people do anything for clout.
Anything for clout. And it's like I just saw a video he did the other day. He talking about getting somebody locked up. He gonna snitch on all the rappers. I'm like, man, just go the fuck away, dog. You just on some corny Bama shit, and I'm not rocking, dog. Like niggas like you, I don't rock with. I don't rock with Herschel Walker. I don't rock with Whack 100. I don't rock with no Bama shit. I don't rock with. I ain't gonna say it. The other guy neither. I don't rock with nothing corny. I'm from a city. I'm from an area. I'm from a time frame where you had to be cool. Like and you could be like, oh yeah, they cool people. Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. And you had to be a cool ass nigga. And you had to dress nice. And you had to, get cute girls. And you had to. There were certain things you had to be down for your brothers. There were certain things you had to do. And like you couldn't do corny shit. Like we don't do Bama shit. Like then Charles White just be on some Bama shit. How you get in the video holding guns in your hand, threatening all the rappers, and then one of them say something to you, call the police and snitch online. You videotape yourself snitching on them. When you got your guns out, like I kill any of you motherfuckers, and then somebody.
Where does he live?
Texas.
I was gonna say if he were coming to Atlanta, Fonnie Willis would probably get his ass. She getting everybody.
Yes, everybody. She ain't playing.
Not playing.
Her interviews. She be scaring me. I was like, yo, how did we fund the podcast again? I forgot. What the hell going on? Because shit.
And we had this conversation. I think the people she talking about is more sucker than Charleston White. Charleston White to me is a character and a clown. And if you want to go to the circus, you go see the clown. So you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I think the people Fannie Willis is talking about is people that's actually fucking up the community. They the ones that make it okay for people to, see us and see fear. When you see niggas, it's easy for you to fucking judge every black man when you used to seeing so many niggas do nigga shit and glorified every fucking day. So I see them as the bigger threat than the clown. Cause I can separate the circus from the real shit. And I think the real shit is really fucking up our community and how we're viewed. Because I'm being viewed by what other people. I'm not being viewed by what Charleston White is saying online.
You're not being viewed. No, you're not. You're not being viewed.
I'm saying every black. I'm saying black men. I'm saying black men in general.
Certain way.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
If they didn't do none of that shit, they would still view you that way.
But they're getting away with it because of that.
Well, they're getting away with it because they own the power structure. They don't really need a justification because they can do whatever the fuck they want. But I still feel like when you put it out there enough and you see, and that's what people go to, like, hey, but look, that's all they talking about. Look, how many people died in it? Like, it's certain things that's wrong with it, but it's truth in it too. And I think that when we get to the point where we don't accept what the rappers say too, it's real shit on what they say. Like I told you, that little boy. Well, I ain't justifying nothing Charleston White said. That fuck nigga. So I don't see no good shit in what he do. I see some good shit. And I see good shit in what some of these rappers do.
I see good shit. Same here.
Young Thug.
I'm not biased. I see good shit in both of them.
Young Thug and Gunna put a grocery store in his high school. So a free grocery store, so people in the school could just go get food whenever they want. Like Charleston White ain't doing shit like that. He just a bitch. You know what I'm saying? He just doing bitch ass nigga shit. What do he do that's good?
He gives back to the Latinx community in Texas.
He gives back by calling the police on you? How you get back?
Something.
Damn, dog.
You call the police on whoever the fuck is doing illegal shit. If he called the police on somebody, look, if somebody called the police on me, you know what the police gonna come do? They gonna come, say something, and then leave.
No, it may be because you're black. No, you might be laying in your bed. No, you might be laying in your bed. We just talked about this. You might be laying in your bed doing nothing. But if you call the police on you, they may kill you. He playing a dangerous game.
What I'm saying is this, though. He says that shit. He's never called the police on nobody.
I watched someone do it on video.
He's never called.
I watched him call the police and talk to the operator on speakerphone.
Son, this nigga is nobody in jail.
That ain't what I said. I said he called the police.
There's nobody in jail on this paperwork.
I can tell you. Your statement was he never called the police. I am saying you are wrong. He did.
Okay.
Look, and he's playing a dangerous game.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like speaking about Charleston White when there's so much other important shit. It's like a disrespect. Yeah, like I'm like when we speak about Fannie Willis and what she's doing, and then we speak about Charleston White. Like to me, it's a clown in the circus, and I can compartmentalize that.
I want the clowns out the circus because their media following, their influence on the community,
but a good bit of the rappers are clowns too. So my thing is just my thing is this, and I'm cool with it. I think nigga, put them all on the same level.
It's not like you're trying to separate. No, you're saying these other people are worse than Charleston White. You literally just said that. You literally just said they're worse than Charleston White. I'm saying fuck all them niggas. I'm saying fuck all them niggas. You saying people are worse. I'm saying fuck all of them.
All right.
We saying two different things.
Okay, well, I stand by what I say. I feel like it's a certain level that's worse than somebody going online and saying something and somebody really living it. So yeah, I agree. I feel that is worse.
I think where I'm from, niggas sold drugs, they hustled, they got into shoot ups with other niggas. That didn't make them the scum of the earth. That made them in some instances.
I think that's the point.
And some victims of circumstance, some were the scum, some were the some were the scum. Some were just victims of circumstances. And for you to paint everybody that's hustling
No. I ain't saying everybody. I'm not saying everybody.
Everybody
saying people glorified.
Well, not Fannie Mae, whatever it is.
I said people when you glorify. I'm only talking about the people who glorify.
But like if you listen to the last album, he wanted to glorify.
Gentlemen, let's move on.
You
guys are both entitled to have your difference of opinion, which is what you and I discussed before the show started.
We'll do that on a brothers only type jump because I think the black men need to kind of have certain conversations solely to black men because I think we got to build stronger armies with each other. So we can do that on our own.
And you stand your ground. Don't let this nigga talk.
On to the Nipsey Hussle Award.
Oh, we on this? Why I skipped over? I was like, are we on this or that?
No.
Nipsey go quick though.
Yeah.
We definitely well before we get into the big one, I want to shout out Poor Minds. If you watched a pod name Kickback, you know that we've had Dre and Lex P on the podcast. I was building the Pod Squad. Dre would be hating on the name Pod Squad, but whatever, Dre. But I just hit Lex P a couple weeks ago when that birthday came around. These are young ladies who help promote the podcast. They've been on the podcast. We always went into big events, whether it's horrible decisions doing something or childhood doing something. We always kind of so shameless. We always kind of went into each other, and we, had I think a pretty cordial relationship. They were just on the Breakfast Club. They just did a massive interview with Joe Budden. It was just on Solomon and God's podcast, Bringing Idiots, and they're currently on tour across the nation. Ever since they got with 95 South, they went to a whole another level. And they'll tell you themselves there was episodes when they first started, but they couldn't get to hear nothing. They couldn't afford to get a wig. And so they were just on there roughing it.
Yeah.
And now for them to be leaders in this space to the point where they're on the Breakfast Club and Joe Budden pod, it's just huge. And I just want my round of applause there. I just want to clap it up for them.
Every week.
You're back.
Yes.
Even
this sofa kills me every fucking week.
If you're going to be on the sofa on Sunday, you got to do better with your back the rest of the week.
I'm sorry, I'm used to doing
the rest of the week. The rest of the week.
What you going to say?
I like my back arched, curved.
Right. That's what I'm like.
Well, I don't know the curve. I mean, a lot of.
You want your back? You want her back like this or like this? Right. So
do it again.
I'm
fucking up my trapeze adventures.
No.
I'm not fucking up monkeypox.
I'm going to take back shots.
Fucking polio. All that shit is coming back.
So,
and then, so shout out to Poor Minds. Love y'all. Definitely in support of y'all. And two of our biggest YouTube episodes was because they as Dre and Lex P. Shout out to y'all. They were also in the division video for If I Get Caught Cheating.
That's what it is. Yeah.
They starred in that video as well. And I hats off to the goddamn queen, man.
Hey.
Where are the horns?
That's what I'm looking for right there.
One of the goats.
You just passed.
Serena, the Queen Williams, may have played her last tournament game.
Nah, that was just for the U.S. That was her last U.S. Open.
I think she's retiring.
I know she is. I thought she got a couple more before the year's up.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I watched the match, and at the end of the match, she gave her a farewell speech.
Oh, and that's it.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was just for that.
That's it.
I thought she was gonna do every major this year, but that, but that's gonna be her last one at that one. But I don't know.
Well, maybe you can say goodbye to everyone.
Yeah, no, and she deserves it.
Yeah, she does.
No,
She does.
you gotta say
Right.
it's a completely different area, and a whole different.
Did Kobe do a farewell tour where like
Yeah.
Kobe?
when he played when he was retired? Okay, so yeah, it could be
Okay.
that type of thing.
He did a farewell tour, and then he had that last game where he dropped 60.
Mm-hmm.
And Shaq and Snoop and everybody was there.
So they was jumping up in there.
Jumping, and they won the game. It just made it even crazier. But Serena's the GOAT, man. We consider multiple GOAT athletes.
Right.
That's cool. I'm not going to debate that. I'm not here to argue with nobody. But Serena's definitely one of the GOATs. When you look at her championships in singles and doubles, in comparison to every other athlete in every other sport, nobody holds a candle to her.
Nope.
And I don't think that we need to make any caveats. Serena dominated her sport like we've never seen before, and she's a black woman from Compton, crip walking on at the motherfucking tournament.
Not very well. Serena can't dance. She plays tennis, and that's her lane. And she should stay in that
That's all
lane.
that matters.
That's what you gonna go with.
Because like she was like twerking on something, and I was like, oh, this is so stiff. This is so bad.
It was painful to watch.
Too many muscles.
It was painful to watch, man.
Yes.
I ain't never see it. I saw the crip walk
I
jump.
saw the crip walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she nailed the crip walk.
Mm.
They did a video of her and Snoop crip walking. Snoop at the Super Bowl.
They already
US
done-
Open.
that's what's up.
They side by side. But shout out to the Queen, man. Shout out
Yeah,
to Queen
the big,
Serena,
man.
Queen Venus.
Who is it that
King
really
Richard.
can walk?
Who's that? Who?
I'm trying to think of the rapper that can. It's like OG.
Yeah, OG.
OT Genesis.
OT Genesis. Yeah. Now that nigga could crip walk.
Oh, no,
WC.
Yeah,
LC.
Corrupt. Those are the best crip
Crip
walkers
walkers.
I've seen.
that was it. Yeah.
What's
OT
his name?
he take it serious.
OT does take it serious.
I'm like Slim. He might get it.
He be killing it. Like
YG may have done the best blood walk I've seen.
Yeah.
So I don't know so many bloods that
most of them don't do it.
don't do the blood walk.
Mm-hmm.
I
But that crip walk mean.
A lot of them signed up later in life. That's why.
Yeah, they paid to get in.
That's side. They ain't corny though.
Well, they just as bad as Charles and White. Shout out to the Queen Serena one more time.
I'm not a fake person.
Okay, and that's not the black one.
That's not Serena.
That's not Serena.
She's a very nice person.
She's a very nice person. Queen. Netflix and chill. I still ain't really watching shit. I'm caught up on Kanan.
Okay.
That's it.
I am not current on Kanan. I'm
I'm
now
not
3
current on
weeks
Kanan.
behind on
Right.
Kanan.
Weren't we supposed to watch it last week?
We were.
Yeah, I kind of had a busy week too. I haven't
I
yet,
did.
so I'm now 3 weeks behind.
And it's something. It's just not calling me to watch it right now.
What's HOTD?
House of the Dragon.
Okay. All right, so I watched like
Kanan, the
a
only
half
shit
of
I
that
watch. I
second
don't
show.
know the rest of that shit.
Oh, She-Hulk is really good. She-Hulk
She-Hulk.
actually had Megan Thee Stallion on it.
When they
this
twerking
episode.
and the She-Hulk twerking.
So she was really
Yeah.
in the episode? Or was it like a
Yes.
No, she was there.
I mean, it was a cameo.
See, I didn't know it was like a cameo or if they was just like promoting it. And she
Nah,
was okay.
like she had a brief appearance in the actual episode, and then she has a post-credit scene.
Yeah,
But I mean, but she's
definitely-
definitely. But I was gonna say, but she's her as a person is definitely the focal point of the episode.
There was a lawsuit involving her,
Okay.
and the She-Hulk had a part in that lawsuit.
Mhm.
That's all I'll say.
Okay.
People didn't watch it, and then at the end, they actually
have a little twerk
wound up
session.
meeting up.
Body yada 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 yada.
Because of the results and everything, they decided. Well, women don't need a reason to twerk.
Oh no, they
They'll
We
just
don't.
start twerking.
shit.
Twerking on them headlights.
That's a whole nother discussion, but okay.
Uh-oh.
You're not a twerker.
I know how to do it. I'm just saying, like, I'm just sick of seeing it. Like,
Like,
even
it's
going
too
down my
much.
timeline, just scrolling on social media, all you see is ass. All you see is ass.
You got to change your algorithm.
Nobody has a
Sorry,
nobody has a face
the
or
wrong algorithm,
personality
though.
anymore.
It had you sitting, you be like, I gotta watch what the fuck I'm liking, because why the fuck is this shit
I don't
coming
be
up?
liking it, so I don't understand why it's coming up either. Like, maybe it's the people that I'm friends with.
You got to find new shit to like, and then that way that'll change your whole
Yeah,
algorithm.
my shit now
That's all my
is
timeline.
Who would you
Like,
had on it? I had like the Andrew Tate nigga was like real crazy on my shit one time. I just stopped liking shit for a while because he was
damn.
he was on it. I'm like, all right, man, you gotta relax.
My shit is
Fucking wild with this shit.
animals killing each other in the jungle, like a lion versus the elephant or some shit.
I love them jokes.
Me too. I watch them every fucking day. All of them. Now I got dogs doing cute shit because I They decided I want to get a dog, and I looked at a couple videos. So now I got all dogs doing the cutest shit. One thing is you play with your dog like around their mouth, and you act like it bit you. You be like, oh, ow! And you act like it really hurt, and then watch the dog's response. And the dogs be like, no, I was playing. Hey, no, I'm sorry. Let me lick you.
Dogs are so awesome.
They are.
And so I got that shit, and I got girls doing all the challenges with no clothes on.
Mine is food.
You know them little TikTok dance thing, but they half naked. It's a bunch of that shit. I got all naked. Beautiful black women. I told you I like them. I don't like pussy. I like the women.
What is mine? Mine is like food and more food. Chefs, occasionally big booty bitches, and hoe thoughts.
I got a whole bunch of motivation. I get like a whole bunch of TD Jake stuff.
Oh, and black love shit.
Yeah.
I go
black love.
I
go crazy with the black love.
I get Joel Osteen because
dudes crying when they walk down. I'm like, man.
But mostly when it comes to other stuff, it's just like twerking and stuff. I'm like, why?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of twerking on my page.
Joel was my guy. Like, I'm not Christian. You know, I don't fuck with religion at all. Like, no disrespect.
You got to say about Joel now because you always had a problem with everybody. Yeah,
but no, Joel was my like.
You said was though, so I'm ready for the but.
I just didn't like the shit the way the shit went down to Houston with the floods.
Here we go.
I didn't like it. I didn't. But Joe was because Joe preached without saying Jesus.
Yeah.
So I could watch it. I can't sit and listen to a bunch of Jesus stuff. No disrespect to nobody, but I can't do that. But when he would preach and give his word, he would very rarely mention Christ. It was just a good word for you to go out into the world with.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate him for that.
I love Joel Osteen because I feel like he's a storyteller. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't.
He's like Biggie.
Yeah, like he's not strictly. He don't just like go like read the Bible verse for verse type thing or whatever. Like he's genuine and he kind of like, even though he may find like a certain scripture or whatever a biblical story, he breaks it down to where like even a child can understand. You know what I'm saying? And he makes it very relatable to life itself. He makes it so all right. You know what? This is relatable or whatever. You could apply the lesson that he's trying to teach you to your life. That's what I love about him because you can actually learn from him. Yeah. Whereas a lot of pastors and stuff, they just kind of like go by the book.
Yeah. Like some people, it's like like some pastors, but I don't understand. Like some of them just half-ass motivational speeches, but you don't get the idea that they living it in their real life. You know what I'm saying? Like based on how they live. Like that's why like certain people, like if I feel it authentic, or if you give like a good lesson, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm all right with that, But
as far as the Texas situation, as we all know, there's two sides to every story. And the reason behind why when he spoke on it, he had to get a permit from the city to be able to open his doors first and foremost because of his establishment and who he is. He was held liable for a lot of situations. So he had to get that permit first prior to, and then he did open the church to the public. So it was like, it's kind of fucked up that people like just wrote him off or canceled him or whatever based on that. And it was something that was beyond his control.
He's still making a lot of money.
I heard
because he still got
canceled that.
I have a totally different story about what happened there from my own research. But again, like, I don't care. I don't like him no more.
Whether he did or didn't. I was looking at it as because people like the whole cancel culture, whatever. A lot of people canceled him. I was like, oh, well, I'm not listening to him no more because of what he did. But why did that matter if his word resonates with you? You're feeding your soul. I don't give a fuck what.
Well, it started resonating with, like, I don't listen to R. Kelly music. Like, I make a lot of sex playlists. It's a hobby of mine. It's not even like a thing. It's a hobby. I like this shit. And he had like all the best fucking songs.
Yeah.
And I don't put them on none of my playlists
because
I'm not listening. And like you can't listen to that. I can't listen to Joe no more. It's a similar thing. How come R. Kelly made all this good music? You can't listen to him no more because there's no raping. Like it's like I can't.
The reason why I can't. The reason why
I don't like it, so I can't listen.
I can't listen to R. Kelly.
But you understand why. If somebody does something you don't like, you don't want to.
I feel like these songs are about kids now. Like when now,
Oh, they're definitely about kids.
Right, but so that's what I'm saying. Like I love R. Kelly music. Don't get me wrong, but I find it difficult to listen to his music now only because I know, like, all right,
He's thinking about fucking.
He
a
was
little
writing
girl.
this song about a little girl, a little boy, or whatever. Like that was disgusting to me.
That wasn't what did it for me. I started listening to R. Kelly once niggas told me this sort of sex tape, and it was really a little girl. It was really him.
Yeah, you never seen it?
I never.
No,
I'm never gonna see it. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm never gonna watch it.
I saw it when I was 19.
I
when it first came
I was
out.
a kid when I saw it. When it first came out.
I watched a little bit
You
of that
can tell it was
documentary.
I was
and I didn't finish it.
I was an adult when it happened. I remember. I tell the story sometimes. I remember. I went to see the grocery store getting Reassignment numbers. We talked like for maybe a night, and then the very next time we talked, she told me she was 14. I was like 23.
Yep.
I was like, oh well. Sorry, ma'am. And she was like, you stupid. Like I was like, you a lame ass nigga. Like I can fuck you way better than them bitches your age. You don't even know what my mouth like, nigga. You a bitch. Are you corny? Cause I'm 14, you won't I probably fuck you better than you ever been fucked. But you know what? Since you corny, bad, corny ass nigga. And then I told my boys about it because I was like, that shit was crazy. Like, I would fuck you. I'm like,
what?
That's not still your boy, is it?
That's not still your boy, is it?
No.
Okay.
But they looked at me like I was a lame ass nigga. But Shorty told you what she had do. She told you.
I'm saying them niggas said that.
The nigga was like, "Oh, you stupid." And she told you.
As a man with a daughter and four sisters who like ridiculously close to me. Like all my sisters differently. All of them will say, "Yeah, I'm their best friend." At least 3 out of 4 of them, and cousins who think they my sister. I would never be able to talk to them niggas again. And I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have gotten in a fight with them or something at that point.
I love your face. It's like you're really processing this right now.
I would have probably like tripped you up. I would have did something that started. I probably would have started a fight with you though. And I'm not that type. But I'm like, yeah, I'm about to hit this nigga in this shit.
Yeah,
I would hit the nigga in this shit for saying shit like that. I'm like, nah, I would have hit. I'm like, 23, you hit a 14-year-old?
Nasty.
Like, you a bitch.
Yeah,
the girl in the video, her body wasn't even fully developed.
Well,
it was disgusting.
We've definitely sidebarred. So I'm gonna say I reckon and still in Netflix and chill. I recommend watching Echoes. It's on Netflix. It's a nice little thriller. It's not scary, but it's a thriller.
Is it a movie or a show?
It's a TV show. There's like 10 episodes.
Okay,
it's really good.
Okay,
yeah,
you know more like a thriller, action, adventure type genre.
It's good. It's weird. It's like, I'm confused right now.
Okay, so
I love a show that can confuse me.
All right.
I'm fucking.
I'm being so serious.
Mel vouch for the other junk that you know.
What, Terminal List?
Yeah, I'm in that ilk.
Okay,
movie.
I'll keep that in mind when I watch
the Rex. Yeah, when you give me your Rex.
Well, I gotta catch up on Kanan first before I even like entertain any new shows.
Yeah, I'm enjoying Kanan. I'm enjoying the Power Universe, so I definitely enjoying Kanan.
You see the young Tommy and the new.
I saw that. See, arguing on Instagram.
I was crying laughing.
You remember Tommy from Ghost? You remember the little white boy Raven?
Yeah.
They were at a 50 Cent Tycoon Fest.
Yeah.
And he tried to dap him up, and Tommy just was like, but Tommy apparently had an issue with him for a minute. And he's like, what the fuck is your issue with me? He's like, let's be happy to have a job. You know, your courage is based off of me, so just shut up and be happy you got a job. But I am in support of white on white crime. So I don't want to.
So you know what I mean? I'm like, hey man, that ain't my shit. Ain't got to do with us.
The whites going white. White people gonna be white people.
Biff was laughing like shit though. You can tell it. You know he at home crying, laughing though.
The whites gonna be the whites. I gotta let the whites, do what the whites do.
But white motherfuckers are aggressive motherfuckers, man.
Rap shit is still one of my favorite new shows. Issa Rae, based on the City Girls' life, loosely based on it.
It's really good. It's really good. This week's episode had me mad.
This week's episode was the finale.
Was it the finale?
I did, because I think the one I told you last week was the penultimate, and then I read somewhere it was actually the penultimate.
Okay, because I feel like I said it was the penultimate, and you were like,
"No, I think you told me that."
Yeah,
but I read it, and it is.
Okay, cool.
Because of how dramatic I said it was, you were like, "Must be the penultimate." I was like, "Oh no," but that's been really good. I'm gonna watch the Jump When They Die. It's on Amazon, and they in the afterlife.
When they die.
They in the afterlife, so you can take your brain.
You would mention that to us.
We watched it in Tennessee, not Tennessee,
South Carolina,
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
You mentioned it.
Yeah, wherever we went, you didn't go. You didn't go
to Tennessee. I went to Tennessee.
Not in the mountains when we was.
Then no, I didn't go.
You didn't go that time. That's when the little crazy girl was attacking me.
Wait, I thought that. Wait, Tennessee?
Maybe not Tennessee.
Alabama.
I didn't
Alabama.
go. It was Alabama. So we started it there, and then season 2 did come out. So it's the after. I did mention it before. It's afterlife. But they can kick your brain some kind of way and put you into a program where you have life after death. So in the program, you got your hands and your feet, and you're walking around and chilling. But in reality, your brain is in like a fish tank, and it's just sending electrons, neurons. But everybody that goes to this afterlife place, it has passed away. You got to go through the process of learning how to move and maneuver in this afterlife thing, and then you can see your alive relatives. They can put on like the VR headset and come to this heaven or whatever you call this place and kick it with you for a little bit and shit. And it's just really weird. And it's not a corruption. It's like somebody is there dead who was CEO of a company, and then now the company's doing something different. So did he get killed? You know, what happened and what's going on, and his widow, and then his son, and then so it's suspense, thriller, comedy, weirdo, different shit.
All right, then one.
Yeah. And I think I'm gonna start season 2 on that. I still ain't started Stranger Things final season.
Oh, you're super late.
I know. That might be my very next move, Stranger Things.
Yeah, I never watched Stranger Things. I probably fuck with the Echoes on those.
What you watching? Go to the first one.
What?
There it is.
On TV. Anything you like right now?
Hit it.
Yeah, no.
Hit it, man.
I'm not a TV watcher, to be honest. So I'm only going off of like the shows that y'all talk about. I'll check out rap shit only because I fucks with Issa Rae.
Yeah, I watch all the good shows.
I'll take your word for it. I believe you. I don't know about him, but yeah.
He can have his recommendations from me.
All these straight bullets.
The straight jumps.
She's definitely a cast member on the House of the Dragon. She be dragging it.
Nah, you
Lord. No, you ain't talking. You were definitely a dragger.
Right.
You can get with this, or you can get with. Come on,
Hey.
So this is that this week. Does anybody have that? Because I know what part of it was. It was a podcaster who was saying that men and women view loyalty differently.
I sent it to you, so it's in our chat.
Yeah.
You want to pull it up?
Oh, yeah, I kind of want to hear it. It said that basically men view loyalty as I'm loyal to you, so I'm going to protect you. I want to provide for you. I'm going to be there for you. And women view loyalty like I ain't going to fuck another nigga. And it was basically saying that our views on loyalty are so different that you have to have a conversation about loyalty. You know, what I would deduct from that in the beginning of the relationship, so that you guys are on the actual same page. And I thought that was interesting because I don't know that that's 100%.
Play it?
Yeah, play it in the whole.
They don't like these niggas.
But that's them niggas?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, so I didn't know it was them niggas.
Let me see if I can. You want me to see if I can play it? Because I might be connected to the Bluetooth.
Yeah, you connected so it can the listeners can hear.
Hold on.
She put it on mic.
Oh, she got? Okay.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, go for it.
Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me start it up.
You show loyalty by not. The way women show loyalty versus how men show loyalty are very different. You show loyalty by not fucking other people. We show loyalty by being willing to die to protect you. Men typically provide security and reassurance and leadership. Women, provide typically beauty, youth, fertility, and chastity to a degree. And since we provide each other different things in a relationship, you cannot say loyalty is the same between the two genders because we're not the same. The way women show loyalty versus how men.
Well, and I thought it was interesting. I don't know that I necessarily agree, but I thought it was.
You definitely sound like a nigga with a podcast.
But it was interesting to me. I was like, oh, okay, well, all right.
It's definitely an interesting topic, but yeah, I wouldn't say I agree with what he's saying.
You said you would or you wouldn't?
I wouldn't agree with exactly what he's saying.
Okay.
I do agree with the fact that men and women do, their views on loyalty is different. I mean, that's just a given.
Okay.
But For the reasons that he's saying, I think I don't agree with that. I'm not gonna say he's wrong. I was just about to say I think he's wrong, but everybody's entitled to their own
I'm
opinion.
asking you, do you want?
Oh no.
And what I would say is this: I think loyalty is fucking loyalty.
Yeah.
Period. Like I think how you show love and different, what you give in a relationship is drastically different. But I wouldn't say loyalty is different. Like I think, so I'm a little tuned by what he's saying. I hear what he's saying, but
yeah, I think he's probably like more so saying how we express our loyalty is different. Yeah. But you're correct as far as like the terms of loyalty.
Like loyalty is loyalty.
Is loyalty.
Yeah, I think I think sometimes what those type of men do is they allow for a scapegoat, like for men to, for men to kind of get credit for doing shit they not, for them to get passes for doing shit they not supposed to do, and vice versa. Exactly. And that's not what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? That, so I think a relationship, when I see relationships, I look at it as a partnership. Period. Like we both provide each other different things, but there's a certain core that we both provide each other. And I feel like loyalty is a core. So we both should provide each other loyalty. And there's other things in that relationship that we on a different spectrum that we provide, but I don't feel like there's a difference. So I don't think I agree. What you thinking?
Loyalty is loyalty.
Right.
How you express your loyalty probably can be different.
Okay.
Ew. It was a glob of spit.
From me?
No, it came from J Lew.
What? No, that's water.
Okay, well, it was still landed on. It looked like it came from your mouth and landed on my leg. I was like,
that's a drink. That's a drink.
You don't want to put you as saying.
Most women like when the spit get on the leg.
Here we go.
Anyway,
back to your opinion. So, you don't agree, but yeah.
I think the things that we value, the way that we want loyalty shown to us, and the way we're accustomed to showing loyalty can vary.
Okay.
That can vary. Because I could look at somebody doing and be like, nigga, that was some disloyal ass shit. And they be like, but look at all the other shit I did. And I'm like, no, that was disloyal. And they might not think that thing, because I think you always got to set the expectation to communicate with a change. Because of what I view loyalty as, I might view it in 18 different ways, in 18 different categories, and you might miss one of those categories. And then I could perceive you as disloyal because of that one thing, and you've done 17 out of 18. So it gets a little tricky. It's like the video when it's like, so if I cheat one time, I'm a cheater? Yes. So if I cut hair one time, I'm a barber? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of that type of thing. But me and my partner or partners will look at loyalty in the same way, not because we're naturally born that way. Right. We will have a conversation where we need to look at it the same way in order for us to progress and skip some of these speed bumps. So they ain't gotta think like me.
And that's the biggest thing.
We gotta think like each other.
And that's the biggest thing, communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think loyalty is loyalty. I just don't like the way that he broke it down. I don't like the characteristics that he assigned to women, because it was like women are supposed to be pretty and da-da-da-da-da. It was like, that turned me off.
He went a little too far.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like that seemed like real surface level bullshit. Like,
I can see that.
What does what does me being attractive have to do with loyalty?
Nothing at all. That's just a shallow ass.
Yeah, I don't like the way he said that shit. So loyalty is loyalty. I think people show their loyalty in different ways, and there is no, to me, that it's not necessarily specific to what gender you are.
Right, and it's not specific to just like an intimate relationship either. Because I look at loyalty very deep with like my close friends.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. If you disloyal to me as a friend, like you're done for.
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
And that's how I judge friends. That's how I judge friends.
Right.
Like if I feel like you'll be respectful, loyal, trustworthy, those are core things with me. Like, so those are the base.
Yeah.
Right. And like, that's the bricks. You're not getting to the house and all of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Without the foundation. Yeah. So
I got a question. Good.
No.
I got a question for y'all. Nori asked this question on all of his episodes, and I think it's a dumb question. because I don't think you can exist without both. But I'm curious to hear. I've tried to think about it because in my mind, both. There's no fuck you. What you talking about?
I'm the same.
And then I'm like, if I had to, what would I choose? And it's what do you think is what if you can only have one? What would you have in your friendships? Loyalty or respect? I have finally gotten to the point where I just choose loyalty for the sake of argument. I don't see how you don't have both.
Right.
But you can respect me and fear me and kill me out of your fear. You can respect me but hate me and try to destroy me, even though you respect how great I am. But if you are loyal to me, you're not going to betray me. You're not going to backstab me. You might not respect me. I might not be your best friend, but if you're loyal, it ain't going to bite me in the ass because you're loyal.
See, I'm a little different. I would choose loyalty because I don't think you can be loyal without respect.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. Actually, I think it goes hand in hand. So to me, I agree. I think it's a
I think you can respect somebody and not be loyal to them, but I don't think you can be
loyal
I don't
and not
think you can be
respect.
loyal to somebody
I agree.
and be respectful.
Because how could you disrespect somebody that you're loyal to?
Exactly. Like so I think that's I would have to skew that way.
I told you, my initial gut is it got to be both.
Yeah.
When I tried to choose one,
Definitely.
I would have chose loyalty. If I had to. I think it's a weird question.
You wouldn't be loyal to somebody that you don't respect. It's just
Yes, you would. The Republicans were loyal to Trump,
and they definitely don't respect him.
A lot of them didn't respect him at all. You can be loyal to somebody you don't respect. That is a fact. You can.
And I can't personally.
Yeah, I
and we just not built that way.
Yeah, I wouldn't vote. Like, and I think it was some of them. Like, if you look at the John Kasich and certain shit, like certain Republicans, they couldn't.
Yeah, well, John Kasich is a special case because he was very clear about his stance with Trump from the very beginning. I'm talking about people like Mitch McConnell, who just clearly does not respect Trump, but he's very loyal to him.
Yeah.
It happens.
I don't think but I agree with y'all. I honestly, you know what I'm saying, on the sidebar, I don't think none of them motherfuckers lack any values at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think them motherfuckers have loyalty, respect, none of that shit. I think we put them motherfuckers.
No, it's all about power.
Yeah, I think them motherfuckers.
Yeah, you might be right.
I think them
might be right.
is a different level nutcases. So I don't think they have any type of values, period. I think they only value their self-interest. So it's a little bit different, but you know, I understand y'all respect because from the outside in, you would look at it like, hey, man, they being loyal to the Republican Party, even they don't respect them. I'm like, I'm not voting.
Right.
Like, if I gotta do that, I'm gonna go put new name up on it. Nigga, vote
Please don't do that.
Here you go. So you
definitely written
not being loyal.
Trump or new? Fuck it.
Trump all day.
Lord.
Nigga, you that shit. God damn it, new right.
They don't loyalty, they don't respect. Nothing over here.
Y'all know.
God damn.
You know I'm messing with
Shit. I don't even like New York, man.
Fuck the Knicks. Fuck the Mets.
All of them.
Fuck Derek Jeter.
That's why y'all ain't get Donovan Lewis.
It was a joke.
Fuck Donna Karen.
Nah, damn. I'm with you though. Nah, I'd just rather not vote at all. I just wouldn't vote at all. But I'm not voting for them.
Nah, that's not.
Fuck out of here.
Boy, I swear, the queens from Queens, boy. I tell you. Eddie Murphy tried to warn me. Before we get up out of here, really quickly, after listening to Khaled's album for another week, it's decent. It's not great. It's decent.
He don't do great albums though.
Not anymore. I thought he did it first. Am I tripping? I thought at first he was doing it. No.
I don't think his albums can't. To me, an album is like a piece of work. Like when you put so much shit in there, it's like I don't think his shit can ever be great. Like, he can have some hot jokes, but it'll never tell a story because you got 72 motherfuckers rapping on.
Yeah. I'm tell you, outside of that Jay-Z verse,
how do you split that check?
Not,
that's a lot of people to pay.
He's not an artist though.
Yeah,
he's a producer.
Yeah.
But that's still
he considers himself an artist because he's a producer and he curates, like, you know.
Then you're a curator. You're not an artist.
Curators consider themselves artists. It's 2022. They do. It's loyalty, respect. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I guess.
But I want to make a mention of something. The sexy take that I've been seeing going around is, yeah, Jay-Z versus good, but Lil Wayne versus better. Okay, whatever. Just your opinion. And then what I've been hearing lately is, oh, you're the best verse? No, I know. Who is it? Jada. That Jada Joe. I'm like, Jada Joe was good. It ain't moving. My favorite verse on that album, outside of the Jay-Z verse, is the 21 Savage song. Ain't no luck, ain't no luck around it. Ain't no luck. You suck your teeth at 21 Savage?
Hello, blokes.
My favorite out of the young dudes that I listen to is 21 and Moneybag. They're my favorites.
I definitely fuck with Money.
They're my guys. And I think what's the issue with 21? 21?
No issue. I'm ready to get up out of here.
I knew what she was doing.
So we gonna leave that alone. But I believe we spoke about it last week. So like, why even reiterate? I already told you my stance on 21.
I forgot. Damn, I ain't gotta listen to that.
I'll tell you later.
I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another week of a pod named Kickback. Be mindful, Kickback conversations are coming. Be mindful, Kickback sports is coming. Be mindful that going forward it's going to be every week is going to be an adventure. I'm just going to put it that way.
Hey, I like how you worded that.
And we'll talk about that in detail later on. But if you've made it all the way to the end of this episode, then that means you loyal and got respect.
Hey.
So, Lord,
and we appreciate it.
We appreciate it. And look for new things to come. Football season is starting. Basketball season not too far away. TV's fall. All the new shows is going to be out. Fourth quarter, all the new music. And it's election year. So there's going to be a lot of political things going on. And also, Mercury is in Gatorade.
Retrograde.
So there's going to be a lot of freaky shit going on too.
It does not mean freaky shit.
No, this year it does. This year. No. Only this year.
No,
are you looking at the app?
No, yeah, it does.
Looking at the app? No.
It means freaky shit. No, I don't do that stupid ass app that you want to put
No,
down.
I hate it. She liked it to the then agree with her.
But yeah.
Loyalty but no respect. No. All right, y'all. Uno, we the fuck about.
We out.
We out. Woo, child.
Take it down.